Well. Hello, everybody. This is Paul Romero with the Sell a House Wholesale Real Estate Investing number 162 here on this Wisdom Wednesday, November, September 9th, 2015. And I'm a little off kilter here today because the computer and Google and everything is fighting against me, but I've made it through. I've battled my way, and here we are. So let's get this thing going. uh, Wisdom Wednesday is the day that here we are on New Up Day, which for those of you who don't know what a New Up Day is, that's the one that falls between Sunday and Tuesday. On that day, what we discuss here is the book written by Dale Carnegie called How to Win Friends and Influence People. And why would we do that? This is a wholesale real estate investing hangout. Well, you are the key to your success, not only in wholesale real estate investing, but in everything. And you know what? That's a great book. It's huge in developing a pleasing personality, which if you're going to be negotiating with people to buy houses from them, I would say, well, the saying goes, you attract more flies with honey than you do vinegar or whatever. I don't know, whatever the deal is, but I don't know how you want to attract flies in the first place, but yeah, a pleasing personality in my mind is going to go a whole lot better and a whole lot farther than an abrasive, disgusting personality. So anyway, with that, so that's what we do on New Up Days. Today's Wisdom Wednesday. Today we basically try to focus upon real insight to wholesale real estate and just in all aspects of it. And then Freedom Friday is a little bit more geared towards back towards sort of the Monday thing in the personal development side, but it can be, it can be a combination of anything that comes to the mind for John and I, and we'll talk about, sometimes we'll get into real estate things, sometimes we'll get into personal development things, sometimes we'll get into some worldwide economy things, who knows whatever sort of really is, on our mind that day. It's it's kind of a free-for-all day. So, but today, Wisdom Wednesday, I want to get into, wholesale real estate, and what we do here, what I want to talk about is, what does it take to wholesale real estate? You always hear on the radio and stuff like that, you hear these commercials about, join our team and learn our simple three-step process, things like that, and it's all about, or you might hear things like, find them, fix them, and flip them, or whatever these catchy little three-liners that I call them, that everybody puts out that sort of are very attractive, sound like oh wow, that sounds easy, I can do that, so so basically, what are these three? What is this? Simple three-step process, right? Well, it basically comes down to this. And you know what? Even when I tell you what this is, it sounds pretty easy, like anybody can do it, right? And in a sense, it is. But I'll show you a little something further. Okay. So number one of the simple three-step process is you need an acquisition strategy. Okay. Step two is you need a contracting strategy, and step three is you need a selling strategy. Okay. You need an acquisition strategy because obviously you have to be able to get a deal. Okay. You need a contracting strategy because obviously you have to be able to lock up that deal so that you can have control and the legal ability to sell. There is prohibitions against selling real estate if you are not licensed or you don't have what's called equitable interest in a property. So contracting is a big part. Once you have your property under contract, then you need a selling strategy, because if you're going to make any money, you've got to get rid of that property. And so basically that's the simple three-step process: acquisition, contract, and sell. And you need a strategy for each. So let's break it down a little bit. Let's start with acquisition. And I didn't really get a chance to draw all this out up this morning because I thought I had plenty of time until I started to try to set up my Hangouts. And like I said, between Google, the universe, and my computer, I was really duking it out this morning. It took a lot. I'm surprised you don't see a few bruises here. But anyway, so let's looking at, like I said, let's look at the acquisition strategy. What is an acquisition strategy? Well, to start with, you can go two ways. Okay, number one, you can look at you know, well, first of all, an acquisition strategy is basically how to position yourself in front of a deal, right? That's kind of what an acquisition strategy is positioning yourself in front of a deal. All right, so you can do this one of two ways. You can either figure out how to try to bring a deal to you, or you can figure out how you can go out and pursue a deal. All right, so there's the two things. I mean, there's really no other way that I can think of. You know, the deal either has to come to you or you kind of have to go out and get the deal. All right, so there's acquisition now is two factors. Deals coming to me going to deals. So you either want them coming to you or you got to go to them. So in deals coming to you, now, what does that mean? Well, as far as I'm concerned, in order to get deals coming to you, this means marketing, okay? You have to let people know who you are, what you do, that you buy houses, that you can buy their house from them, that you can help them solve a problem, whatever the case is, you have to let them know. Because if you're just here and you're expecting deals to come to you and you're not letting people know that this is what you do, you're not going to have very many deals knocking on your door. Your phone's not going to be ringing. Letters aren't going to be coming in. Nothing's going to come to your website. You know, none of that stuff. So marketing. You've got marketing. We'll come back to that in a second. Now, on the other side, after you going after a deal, what is that going to take? Well, what are you just going to go knocking on people's doors and saying, hey, I'm here to buy your house? They're going to go, you're kind of crazy, dude, because I ain't selling my house. But so in you going out to get deals, that's going to take research, okay? You've got to find research, E-A-R-C-H. You have to do some work first to locate a property that is well, at least a potential deal, okay? It's got to at least be a potential deal for you to be wasting your time. So the two factors here are marketing and research. So sounds like we're getting a little bit into something here that is going to take work, if I'm not mistaken, right? And that's absolutely true. Both of these are going to take work on your part. So this is where your time, your effort, and your money are going to need to be applied in the acquisition area. Now, if we look forward to contracting, now if we look forward to the next step, which is contracting a property, you know, there's going to be some steps in here too that are, again, going to take work. They're going to take your time, your effort, and potentially your money in order to be able to get through the contracting phase, okay? And now if we go into the selling step, here again, you know, I got a contract over here. You're not going to just stand out in front of your house going, hey, got a contract here. Who wants to buy it? You know, again, we're looking at, you know, some marketing and or some research in order to potentially get your property sold. So again, we're talking about some, you know, work here. It's going to take some of your time and your effort and potentially some of your money. So time, effort, and money, right? Times 3. Okay, so we have 3 simple steps, but we have 3 simple steps where you have to apply your time, your effort and your money. So these 3 simple steps have just multiplied, and this business just got 9 times more difficult from our simple 3-step process. Just got 9 times more difficult. 9 times more things that you have to do. I'm sorry, but I've got to make my notes here as I go because, like I said, I didn't get enough time prior to put this down on paper. So this is just coming out of here as it would have prior to. Instead of coming off of there to here, it's kind of going in reverse today. So, like I just said, your simple 3-step process of, acquisition, contract, and sell just got multiplied by 3 times and has become 9 times more difficult for you to work from beginning to end of a wholesale deal and actually get a payday out of this thing. This is where and I'm not bashing any of the gurus or anything like that, because you know what? It's human nature. It's really not their fault, because I'll tell you what, their strategy that they're teaching probably does work. I would almost guarantee that it does work. But it's the people in this phase right here, when they realize that their time and their effort and their money multiplied by 3, that this simple 3-step process has just become 9 times more difficult. This is where they bail. This is where they're out the door. This is where they don't care how much money they paid to the guru, whether it be 25 bucks, 200 bucks, or $2,000. They're walking. They're done. It's over. And this is all a bunch of hogwash, BS, crap, bullshit that doesn't work. And they are now a, I don't want to say a proponent. That's not what I'm using, nor an advocate. But they are they're a hater. They're going to be the people out there that you go online to look up, Joe Jackson real estate guru product, and they're going to be, these are the people that you're going to see over there going, oh, this guy's a scam, this program doesn't work, this stuff's full of crap. These are the people you're going to see there. All right. And it's human nature, because not everybody has the wherewithal to look at this, to just go, okay, well, wait a second here. I got 3 simple steps, but it's going to, I'm on my own here. It's going, I got to apply my time, I got to apply my effort, and I got to apply my money. Now I've got to do it in 3 different areas. So my 3 simple steps just got 9 times harder, but let me just see how this works, okay? Let me see where I'm applying my time and my effort and my money in each one of these 3 categories. So everybody sees the boom, 9 times harder, and they're like, what a joke. Not many people will take the time to say, okay, let's break this down to the next step. Let's go. I've got 3. I've got acquisition. I'm sorry. If I want you guys to see this, I'm going to have to write it not in my normal scribble that only I can understand. Acquisition, contract, sell, and then in each one of these we have time, effort, and money. Okay, I'm just doing that. I'm just showing you what I'm drawing here. I got my acquisition, my contract, my sell, and I would expand this out into each one, but this is what I just drew here. My acquisition, my contract, my sell, and then I've got my time, my effort, and my money, and obviously each one of these categories. So, and now I would take this and I would look at this and I would go, okay, in acquisition, where am I going to have to apply my time? What sort of effort am I going to have to put behind this? Or what sort of effort, or actually more, what I would actually look at is not what sort of effort am I going to have to put behind this, but where is the effort that I can outsource? Where's the effort? Where's the part of this effort that I can leverage someone else, or where I can leverage a piece of technology? Or where can I shift this effort off my shoulders to somewhere else and have it work for me? So that's what I'd be looking at in the effort area. And then my money, well, obviously you got to look at, well, first of all, what's in this pocket here? How much money do I actually have that I can be applying to this? So you want to break down, the time and efforts of the different things and their costs, and figure out what and where and how much you can actually do in the area of acquisition. And then you're going to want to do the same thing for your contracting. Okay, how much time is it going to take for me to contract a property? Well, you're going to have to consider, well, what's going to happen once I get a phone call, right? What are the steps of contracting a property, and how long is it going to take to work through to actually get one of these things to work at the bottom of the page and put some ink on that thing, right? So what kind of time is going to go into that? The effort, okay? How much am I going to be involved with that? And then again, too, as my mind thinks, where can I, automate this, so to speak? And then the next thing is, of course, my money. Is it going to cost me? What am I going to have to put in place here to contract deals, and what's the cost of it? And then the third item, exactly the same thing again, selling. Okay, selling. How much time is it going to be to go into selling this deal that I now contracted? All right, what am I going to have to do? What am I personally going to have to do to get out there? What is the effort that I'm going to have to do, and how much time is it going to take? And then, of course, again, following the process of my mind, now what can I do to have somebody else, or have technology, or have so that I can get a lot of this off of my shoulders? And then obviously, what's it going to cost, not only first of all for me to do it, but then, okay, if I'm going to automate this, what's that going to cost me? All right, so that's, if you look at it this way and you start breaking it down into those three areas, you can actually get a grip on, well, okay, I see that I have something very, very big before me, but I also see through this very, very big thing that there's some real huge potential on the back end. And so, is it worth my time? I mean, if you at least do that, and at least evaluate whether or not this is going to be worth your time, then if you choose to say, you know what, I don't think it's for me, at least you walk away from this not as a hater, not as someone who's going to be out there going, oh yeah, that real estate crap, that's a bunch of hokey bullshit that that doesn't work. These guys are just out scamming people for their money, right? You're not going to be that person. You'll be the person that goes, you know what, hey, I looked into that, and I'll tell you what, it looks, I mean, it looks as though there's something there that would certainly be very profitable for somebody, but it just wasn't for me. There was, from what I saw, it's pretty big, and the time and effort and money that it's going to take for somebody to actually be successful at that, it was just too much for me. I mean, and that's a healthy way. That's a healthy attitude, not only for yourself. You're being realistic, you're being honest, you're coming from a place of true experience. The guy who looks at this and goes, oh my God, what a bunch of bullshit. These guys just scam me out of my money, and that crap doesn't work. I mean, that's not a place of real, that's not coming from a place of real knowledge and a real education. And it really is a, not only a negative factor towards the industry and towards other people, but it's a negative, debilitating, something that you've just acquired into yourself that isn't going to help you become a very happy person. So, just taking the time to truly get into something, and this applies to more than just wholesale real estate here, okay? This whole concept right here applies to anything that you might want to get involved in. Don't just take a quick look and blow it off as BS, all right? And then go out there and become a hater. Take the time, if you're going to take the time to look it up, and if you're going to, find enough spark of an interest to want to take another step and look at another step further, don't just peek, lift the shade and take a peek and go, what a bunch of bullshit. Open the door, walk inside, check it out. You know, maybe the light's off in that room and it just, doesn't shine right, or maybe, it doesn't come through the window, or maybe the shade's closed and the light can't come in. You just can't see it very well. Maybe once you get inside there, you look around, you go, wow, it's pretty cool. It's a lot more than I thought. Way more than I could see through peeking through the window. You know what I mean? Take a real effort. Make a real effort and gather enough knowledge to make an educated decision for yourself. And you know what? If you decide it ain't for you, then great. Great for you, great for the industry, great for the people that you know, the friends and family, great for everybody. Because, it's just as important. It's like if you go to the Chinese buffet, right? You've never been to the Chinese buffet before. You got all this food out there. You're like, oh my God, what's this? What's that? I don't know what I like here. I mean, what's good? I don't know. That sounds good. I'm gonna try some of that. This looks good. I'm gonna try some of this. And I'm gonna go for a little bit of this funny looking purple stuff here, right? And you go sit down at your table, and you're like, hey, this is really great. I like this, and this is pretty good. I can go for that. And you're like, what's this purple stuff here? I don't know what that is, but I don't like it, right? It's just as important to know what you don't like as it is to what you do like. I mean, you don't want to come to the Chinese buffet next time and go, I'm going to try this purple stuff again. Well, you can skip that step, right? You don't have to put yourself through that again. At least if you've given something a serious effort and you've looked at something and you go, okay, you know what? That's pretty cool stuff, but it's just not for me. Great. Good for you. Go find what is good for you. And you know what? If there's anything I can do to help you find that, I'll be more than happy to. But I'm a proponent of wholesale real estate here, although I am a proponent of network marketing as well too. If you look at our other hangout, if that's something of interest to you, you want to go look at the personal protection Paul YouTube channel. I'm not sure how YouTube works and exactly what the channel is. I don't know if it's a Paul Romero channel or if it's a personal protection Paul channel. But anyway, if you want to go over there and look at some of those videos about network marketing, we talk about some of the similar same stuff over there, personal development, a training manual book, such as we discuss here in How to Win Friends and Influence People. To me, that's a training manual book. And, we have a Freedom Friday over there too, where we just, hey, let it all hang out and put out whatever you want. And a website Wednesday over there, actually, not a Wisdom Wednesday, but where we sort of talk about, the business in and of itself. So a similar format, two different marketing arena, markets, two different arenas that we, John and I are both have a business in, real estate and network marketing. And why do we have two businesses? Why are we in real estate and in network marketing? Today's world, what's going to happen tomorrow or next week or next month? We have no freaking clue, right? We have no clue what's going down the pike. So if you put all your eggs in one basket and you just work towards putting everything into real estate, we saw what happened in 2008 with all those people who were in real estate. What's to say that ain't going to happen again? I don't know. Today's world, having multiple streams of income, specifically or preferably multiple streams of income from different arenas. Hey, if the real estate market tanks, my network marketing business is still doing well. Maybe I'm into some sort of technology. Well, if not that it's going to happen anytime soon, but if somebody blows up the internet somehow, I mean, I don't know, but the technology somehow crashes. Well, I still got my real estate. You know what I mean? You want to have something coming in from multiple directions, because if one stream dries up, you still want water flowing into the lake. So that's why we have our interests right now are in real estate and in network marketing. And once we build these two businesses into systems which can pretty much operate on their own, I can guarantee you both John and I will be acquiring new avenues, opening up, digging a new stream to create another flow of income, into our lake. And so that's, in today's world, that's really kind of how you have to operate, because if you're counting on one source of income, and that dries up, you're done for. And who knows what can happen around the corner. This world is changing faster than ever before, and that could happen at the drop of a hat. You know, it could literally happen overnight. And if you don't believe me on that, like I said, go to the personal protection, watch the video I put out over there today, and a little bit of insight you'll see on that. But so anyway, back to the wholesale real estate. I'm going to break this down a little bit further next Wednesday and next session, Wisdom Wednesday of next session. And for those of you who don't know what a session is, that's the replacement term for what you now call a 7-day period. Yeah, you're just thinking about it right now. Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's very. We want to make it strong, not so we call the 7-day period a strong session, or short a session, a strong session. So for the next session, the next strong session on Wednesday, I'm going to be breaking this down a little bit further because, realistically, like I said, we only got to the fact of being in acquisition, getting to marketing and or research being work, 3 times your time, effort, and money. But let's look a little bit deeper. What does it take for marketing in wholesale real estate? And what does it take for researching in wholesale real estate? And this, by looking a little bit deeper in here, this will kind of give you a little bit of an idea about where your time, where your effort, and where your money needs to be applied in the acquisition of a wholesale deal. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do for next Wednesday. Maybe, I don't know, come back here on Freedom Friday, because you never know. I might just jump into this on Friday because it's actually a pretty exciting and big deal here. And this is some information and education you're not getting in other places. All right. So just letting you know, a little insight there. You can look around, go watch some other websites, go watch some other videos, and they ain't going to be telling you about this stuff this way like I'm doing it right here, right now. All right? And the reason why, because at the PropertyNoodlers@gmail.com, I always do that. There we go. The PropertyNoodlers@gmail.com, drop us a line. We have developed our system, but we're not selling you our product, okay? You can join our team. Absolutely. Ain't gonna cost you nothing either. Well, there's gonna be some expenses, but they're actually accounted for as well too within our system. So, if you're looking for a way to get into wholesale real estate, as you can see right now from just this little bit that I've gone through here, this 9 times what you thought it was going in, there's a lot here. Having a team that you can become a part of and start picking this up as you learn and you earn, get some deals, and make some money. Now, of course, you're starting out. It's not going to be huge money at first, but our system has potential to grow into a very comfortable living, not just a squeaking by living or not just a decent living, a very comfortable living. Okay, so anyway, that's it for today. WholesaleRealestate.com. No, we're not WholesaleRealestate.com. We are SellAHouseArizona.com. So we are. PropertyNoodlers@gmail.com is where we discuss what we do here for building our team. And if that's something that you might be interested in, drop us a line over there and we'll come check you out. Be patient. I don't go there a lot. I'm not there every day. So, it might take me a week before I get back to you. Who knows? It might take me 2 weeks. I had a guy last month, because I was kind of out of town on vacation for a month, because that's what this business has enabled me to be able to do. I had a guy contacted me, unfortunately, very bad timing at the beginning of the month, and I was busy, very busy for the month, and I didn't really look at that until almost the end of the month. So, hey, stuff's going to happen. So, but if this is something that you're interested in, I will get back to you. Can't say when, but I will get back to you. And, we'll discuss this and see if you are right to make this work out. So anyway, with that, I'm going to end this as we always do with the Napoleon Hill. And if you don't know who Napoleon Hill is, buy a copy of Think and Grow Rich, life-changing book. And there's way more works by Napoleon Hill that are, in my mind, even more powerful than Think and Grow Rich, as long as you come in with an open mind. Because you know what? It's new and different stuff that you haven't been taught your whole life. And it's going to be, you're going to look at it as a bowl of Chinese noodles compared to your macaroni and cheese that you're used to. Going, what the heck is that? So, so anyway, O universe, I ask not for more riches, but for more wisdom with which to make better use of the riches given to me at birth, consisting of the power to control and direct my own mind to whatever end I might desire. And that might be a desire to become successful at wholesale real estate and learn how to manage this 9 times what I thought it was problem that you're going to face all on your own in the very beginning. All right, everybody, see you back here on Freedom Friday. Have a good session and a wonderful day.